Attraction is fragile. One wrong move and it's gone, and you don't even know it. Have you ever felt like things were going great with a girl, and then suddenly she pulled back? No explanation, just cold energy out of nowhere. You didn't even do anything wrong, right? Well, maybe you did, without realizing it. The truth is, most guys don't know what they did to make her lose interest. You might think you're doing everything right, texting her often, complimenting her, giving her your full attention. But what if those exact things are the reason she's pulling away? In this video, I'll show you the top 3 mistakes that make women lose interest fast, especially in the early stages. And by the end, you'll know how to avoid them and how to keep her curious, invested, and genuinely interested in you. Let's get into it. The first mistake is doing too much, too soon. This is the one nearly every guy has made at some point. You meet a girl, the chemistry feels good, and suddenly she becomes your entire focus. You're texting her constantly. Good morning, good night, sending her memes, Spotify playlists, even giving her compliments before she's earned them. You think you're building a connection, but to her it feels like pressure. It's overwhelming. She's still figuring you out while you're already acting like she's the one. Maybe on your first date, you tried to be the perfect guy. You agreed with everything she said. You were overly polite, overly available, overly eager. You wanted to impress her so badly that you forgot to actually be yourself. This kills the tension, it kills the mystery. And without mystery, attraction fades. Here's how to fix it. Slow down. Let things build naturally. She doesn't need your full attention 24/7. And when you give it too early, it actually makes you look like you have nothing else going on. Let her earn more of your time. Leave some space for her to wonder what you're up to. That curiosity, that's what keeps her interested. Now let's talk about the second mistake, over-validation. Yes, women like compliments. Yes, they like to feel appreciated. But when you're constantly validating her, always telling her she's amazing, beautiful, perfect, it doesn't build attraction, it destroys it. Why? Because it comes across as needy. If you're always praising her, reacting to every story, saying things like, "I can't believe someone like you is even talking to me," you're telling her that you don't think you're on her level. And if you don't believe you're on her level, why should she? Here's the better approach. Only validate when it's real, when it's earned, and when it feels natural. Instead of saying, "You're so beautiful," say, "You've got great style. That dress looks amazing on you." Make it specific, make it grounded, and say it like a guy who gives compliments because he wants to, not because he's trying to win points. That's the difference between confidence and neediness. Third mistake, giving too much attention without leaving space. This one is all about balance. Too much attention and she gets bored. Not enough and she thinks you're not interested. Most guys go all in. They're always the one texting first, always trying to keep the conversation going, always asking to hang out, planning the next move, trying to stay on her radar. But if you're the one constantly chasing, she never gets the chance to chase you back. On the flip side, some guys hear this and swing too far the other way. They ghost for a few days trying to play it cool and just end up looking flaky. So how do you find the sweet spot? Simple. Mirror her energy. If she's taking a few hours to reply, don't text her back in 30 seconds. If she's engaging, you engage. If she's distant, give it space. And most importantly, don't give attention out of fear. If you're texting just because you're scared, she'll lose interest if you don't. You've already lost frame. Let her come to you sometimes. Let the silence do some of the work. Attraction needs space to grow. Now for the last mistake, seeking approval instead of creating intrigue. This is subtle, but it's one of the biggest turnoffs. Approval seeking looks like this. You're always explaining yourself. You're constantly trying to show her how good of a guy you are. You open up too much, too fast, hoping she'll see your depth. Let me give you an example. One of the guys I coached went on a first date and tried to prove he was emotionally available. He talked about his past relationships, his personal growth, even his desire to settle down. It was honest, but it was too much, too soon. Instead of building intrigue, he killed the spark. Now compare that to another guy. Same date, same type of girl. He told stories, asked questions, stayed playful and grounded. He didn't overshare. He didn't try to impress. He let her feel like there was more to learn. That's what creates intrigue. So here's what you do. Don't try to convince her you're worth dating. Just be present, be curious, be grounded. Let her get to know you in layers. The goal isn't to impress, it's to engage. You don't need to be mysterious in a fake way. You just need to stop leading with, "Here's why I'm such a good guy." Instead, show it through your vibe, your confidence, your standards. When you stop seeking her approval, she starts seeking your attention. Let's wrap this up. If she lost interest, it probably wasn't random. It's usually because of one of these mistakes. You gave too much too soon. You overvalidated her. You didn't give her space to miss you. Or you were trying to get her to approve of you instead of making her curious about you. But once you recognize these patterns, you can break them. Next time, give less up front. Don't chase. Don't over-explain. Let attraction build naturally. Be the guy who values himself enough to let her earn more of you. Because when you carry yourself that way, she feels it. If this video opened your eyes to a mistake you've made, hit like and subscribe, and drop a comment. Have you ever had a girl lose interest and now you realize why? And if you want to go even deeper, check out my video on why she stopped texting you. It'll show you how to respond like a high-value man without chasing or overthinking. Thanks for watching. And remember, you don't need to prove you're valuable. You just need to believe it and act like it.